My name is attorney Gary Iscoe with the Iscoe Law Firm. Many times I'm asked, how much money can somebody recover for pain and suffering after they've been involved in a crash in Florida? The law in Florida is very clear. There is no bright line rule on how much money you can recover for pain and suffering. This is up to the providence of the jury to decide how much money you're entitled to. This is usually based upon your physical injuries, your medical bills, and your lost wages. Although one does not have to be correlated exactly to the other, you can imagine that somebody who has suffered physically in an accident, surgeries, disfigurement, scarring, amputation, they will have a lot more emotional injuries and pain and suffering than somebody who has not gone through such severe injuries. There's many different ways lawyers try to calculate pain and suffering damages. Some people do it on a per diem basis. If you were to calculate $100 a day for somebody who's very young over their lifetime, the numbers could get extremely high into the multi-millions of dollars. There's some people who try to calculate it on a per diem per hour. If you were to give someone $5 an hour for the pain that they're suffering, let's say someone from an amputation or a very serious injury, those numbers can get extraordinarily high. Jurors are instructed to use their common sense in calculating this number. There is no guidance other than their common sense in knowing what it's like to live in the community and to have suffered a significant injuries and to try and put themselves in the eyes of the person who is suffering those emotional damages that would translate into a monetary award for pain and suffering. This is the most difficult thing that we do in Florida. Some people have a very hard time describing their injuries and just don't want to admit that they're injured. Many times I'm able to get from the person's spouse, significant other, siblings, parents, children, the extent of the emotional injuries that they suffer that they would prefer not to describe themselves. So a lot of time it's very important to come to an experienced personal injury attorney, such as myself, who has 30 years of doing personal injury law and knows how to decipher how much money is a proper amount to award for emotional damages. So I would urge you to contact a law firm such as myself that's available 24/7, 7 days a week, that you can consult with us on the weekend or evening, and we could get your case started and start working your case immediately.